friends, my name is Shayla, and today I'm here to talk to you about 5 Seinen series that I love and adore and highly recommend. So the Seinen demographic in manga tends to be geared towards adult males. Now, other people will say this is kind of an all audiences kind of demographic, and I do think there are kind of 2 sections to Seinen. There is kind of the all people slice of life kind of things, and then there is the more graphic battle kind of stuff that does tend to be geared more towards the male audience, especially in Japan. So here are 5 manga series that are seinen. I did check on Baka updates to make sure that I was correct in calling them seinen before I talked about them, and yes, let's go ahead and dive right in. Alrighty, so the first one we're going to talk about is Magus of the Library. Now this is a sweet slice of life story about a young boy who's kind of like part elven. I don't remember what they call the race in this particular series, but he voraciously loves to read, so he continues to sneak into the library. Because he's an orphan, he doesn't have a family, he doesn't have money, so the small town that he lives in, like, they exclude him from the library. So what happens is library curators end up coming to his small town and allowing him to visit the library, and they inspire him to go to become a librarian in this world. And so we see him grow and mature and go to take the librarian's exam and all these kinds of things. This is a book lover's dream, and you guys know that's who I am. This is fantastic. It's so well done. The art is stunning, definitely has that. It's got a lot of detail and a lot of, like, this panel. It steals my heart every time I see it. And it's just so beautiful. And I think it's going to be much more political as it goes on. So I'm interested to see where this one goes. Next we have The Way of the Househusband, and there's only 1 volume currently out in the US. This is a comedy slice of life about a former, like, mob leader who has retired and now lives the life of a house husband because his wife has a lovely career and can support them. So he does the cooking and the cleaning, and it's just really funny to me. My husband read it and didn't find it nearly as funny as I did, so I'm going to tell you guys that up front, but I did genuinely enjoy this, and I have a lot of friends who've also enjoyed this series, but this is one that I find hilarious. He still has this, like, code of living that he even puts into the way he's a house husband, and I love it. I love it so much. It's just so fun. Highly recommend at least trying it. Next we have After the Rain, which is a complete series. Now this is about 2 people kind of figuring out where they're at in life and where they're going from there. And this does involve a young woman having feelings for an adult man that could be her father. So I will put that in the forefront, but for those of you who wonder if they end up together, well, that's a huge spoiler, but I will pin a comment down below saying how this ends. So if you're worried that you're not going to like where the story goes in the end, you can check that comment, but I am going to dot it all the way down so you won't see spoilers just in seeing it right there. So anyways, I love and adore this series. Tachibana, the girl, is a total babe. The art is stunning in this one. I just think that everyone's drawn really well, and I really enjoyed the journey that these 2 characters go on and the people that they meet along the way. So again, this is another one I highly, highly, highly recommend. The next one on this list probably won't surprise anybody, and that is Sweetness and Lightning, which is, again, a complete series at 12 volumes. This is about young Samugi. We initially meet her when she's 3 or 4, somewhere in that range. She's starting to go to preschool, I think. And I think in Japan they start that at 3. I don't remember. But this is about her widower father who doesn't know how to cook and doesn't feel like he can keep giving his daughter, you know, convenience store meals. And so he goes on this journey to learn to cook. He's a teacher, and one of his students does cook a lot and ends up helping, and they end up spending a lot of time together. And it's really sweet. It's really cute. Again, the ending of this one, because there is that slight age gap element to it, I will leave down below so that you guys know how that plays out for if anyone might be bothered. I know not everybody loves age gaps like I do, so I want to give the people the warning and there's that. But anyways, this is definitely a foodie manga. There is beautiful food throughout it. And at the end of each chapter, you do get the recipe. So this is just a really fun, again, slice of life, really sweet, really cute, absolutely love and adore. And now we are going to talk about my favorite seinen series ever, which, you know, is this one and Sweetness and Lightning run really close for me, but the art in this one is superior, therefore it wins. And y'all probably know what I'm talking about already, and that is A Bride's Story by the amazing Kaoru Mori. My goal in life is to get every manga reader to read this series. This series is beautiful and fantastic. Yes, it does have an age gap element to it, but it is handled very well. Nothing icky is going on. And for the time period that this is based in, the age gap isn't that bad. Like, it's not icky or weird. It's slightly unconventional, but not in a bad way. And they're handling all of it very, very well. I really enjoy how they handle that. But again, this is kind of a period piece slice of life where we do primarily follow this beautiful woman and her 12-year-old groom at the beginning of the story. 11 volumes in, it's been a year or two, and they've still not, like, done anything other than, like, sleep next to each other and kiss a little for being married to each other, because they are married. Like, the first panel here, which I show off all the time, is their wedding day. So this is our bride, this is our groom, and you get to know all of the people around them that they interact with, as well as other people out in the country with one of our other characters. And it is absolutely beautiful. It is absolutely fantastic. This says so much about people and how different they are. Like, there's just so much going on. And I don't want to tell you anymore, because if I give you too much, you're not gonna, like, enjoy the journey of it. Now, I know that G over at Simply G is the one who recommended this one to me several times before I ended up picking it up. And I don't regret picking it up. It is so good. It is so beautiful. And the art is just beyond anything. Where's another good panel that's not spoilery? Like, there's this. It's them riding around on horses in the country. It's seriously beautiful. I really, really love this. And I will tout its praises forever and ever. So friends, these are my 5 favorite seinen series. Now, if you know of any series similar to these, feel free to leave them as recommendations down below, because I am always looking to diversify what I'm reading, and I know that I don't read a ton of seinen, so I would like to read more, but I don't do overly graphically violent things. It tosses my stomach, it makes me upset, and so I just can't force myself to do that. So if you know of any series like these, definitely let me know. Now, I'm sure a lot of people are surprised things like To Your Eternity aren't on this list, but To Your Eternity is technically a shonen. So I made sure that I was very thorough in making sure that these were all seinen before I talked about them, because I want to be demographically accurate. Not that I think demographics matter. I will have a demographics discussion coming up here in the month of December as well, after I kind of do an exploration of all the different demographics where I have something that I love. So again, thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.